So, my advice for women who are pregnant is to talk with your trusted healthcare practitioner, right? Don't listen to Donald Trump. We use data from 2.5 million mothers and children in Sweden to look at the question of whether paracetamol or acetaminophen use during pregnancy is associated with increased risks of neurodevelopmental conditions like autism, ADHD, and intellectual disabilities. We had a very special opportunity because we had so many individuals and we had information on the families that we could compare siblings who were born to the same mother and father. And that's really helpful in a context like this when we're examining an outcome like autism or ADHD, because we know that the genes play a really important role in determining whether a person has one of those outcomes or not. We're able to examine what happens when the mother took paracetamol during one pregnancy but not during the other. When we compare full siblings, where one was exposed to paracetamol during pregnancy and the other one wasn't, we don't see any association at all between paracetamol use in pregnancy and children's likelihood of being diagnosed with autism or ADHD. When we look at these studies that were published prior to ours and the general evidence that there is in terms of epidemiological studies, there are a number of studies out there that report this correlation between paracetamol use during pregnancy and children's likelihood of autism or ADHD. However, those prior studies tend to be quite a bit smaller than ours. And also, there were hardly any of them that could use the same sorts of techniques that we can use to try to get a handle on other factors that might explain that association. A lot of people have asked me if there's any new data that came out that prompted the administration to make their announcement. And ironically, the only recent study that's come out has been a study out of Japan. And they use similar methods to ours, and they were able to almost exactly replicate the findings that we saw. When they compare siblings to each other, they don't see any association at all between paracetamol use and pregnancy and children's likelihood of autism.